G'day guys, Ace here, currently driving down to the Gold Coast to do some storm chasing, which is mad exciting. You hear a lot of noise, it's for the wind, which I do apologise. There's not a whole lot I can do about that, I am afraid. So I want to have a chat to you guys about instant film and the Fujifilm community, and I guess this is kind of maybe a little bit of a rant, I don't know. But I was really excited, and I'm still really excited about this new camera that's being brought out, or touted to be brought out by TT Artisans, their new fold-out manual that works camera that's going to shoot Instax Mini. And I'm super excited about it, and I think it's going to be a cool camera. I think that'll be on my wish list. But reading all the comments, unilaterally from like Instax shooters, is them bitching about that it's not in wide or square format, and it grinds my gears. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, Instax is, and this is, I guess, my opinion, Fujifilm have absolutely nailed the market with Instax Mini Film for younger people that get a camera, use it a dozen or so times, put photos up on their wall in their clear phone case. My kids do that, put photos in their clear phone case, on their fridge, things like that. They've absolutely nailed it. I think it's probably one of their best sellers, and their colours on Fujifilm are always predictable. You get a predictable result. They're easy point and shoot cameras to use, and they've nailed it. I think Fujifilm have been so clever in just doing simple things really well, really exceptionally well. That's a double-edged sword. It's fantastic for people that are happy just to point and shoot, and a lot of the time I'm in that particular boat. If you're a little bit more creative, it can get frustrating, and I get that. But it's like telling BMW, or a European car manufacturer, why don't you make cheap cars for the masses? Why don't you make something like the Chinese make, or something like that? It's asking a company that does one thing really well to change it, when the vast majority of users are kids, young people pointing and shooting at parties. It's like a no-brainer, and it does exceptionally well. I think Instax is probably still the only film that Fujifilm made. So I don't know. It's kind of a bit petulant. So I'm kind of disappointed that Fujifilm users or Instax shooters bitching that TD Artisans haven't made a camera for wide or for square. I would love one of those cameras. I would absolutely love it. But I guess it takes a long time to make a camera, put into production and things like that. So that's the first thing I'm kind of upset about. But I'm mad excited about that camera, and I can't wait to see that evolve. And if it becomes available here in Australia, I'm mad keen on getting it. It looks like it's priced reasonably well. Lens looks nice. I don't know how I feel about the photos coming out sideways. I think I probably still shoot in that portrait orientation like I'm used to. That's probably just more personal preference more than anything. But anyway, that's where I'm at with that. I think it's going to be a good camera. I hope they make a wide or a square, but I'm comfortable if they don't. And I just don't like the multitude of comments bitching that they haven't done it straight away. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. Guys, give them a break. The next thing I've been thinking about is why, and maybe it kind of plays into the first comment, and it might seem, my first thought, maybe a contradiction of such. Why is the rain is hammering down? I don't know if you can see through the windows. Why Instax isn't seen as a creative film. Whenever I look at Instagram, or I'm on the new photo app as well, more so Instagram. Every instant like creative person is using, generally, there's a small majority that's not, generally using Polaroid rather than Instax. It's my opinion. I've never shot Polaroid before, and I probably never will. And all power to you if you do shoot it. It just seems like a horrible product now. I don't think the emulsion's right, the color science isn't right, it seems inconsistent, it seems to temperature dependent. It seems like altogether a substandard, inconsistent product. So I don't know why Instax isn't seen as a creative alternative. And it's not the same. We're not comparing apples to apples here. The formats are different to Polaroid. Even the Instax Square is a smaller shot. And I know Instax doesn't have that legacy about it, but it's still been around for 2 decades. Like there's a big bulk of Instax work that's creative, and I don't know why it just doesn't get the same amount of traction creatively. I've been really kind of puzzled about that. A lot of the Polaroid photographers that I follow, they take good photos. I'm just not wowed by the Polaroid experience, by the film, by the color edition. So I don't know if you guys have got any thoughts about that. Why isn't Instax seen as a viable, creative, I wouldn't even say alternative, why isn't it seen as a creative product when I think it far outweighs? The other thing, third for thought, and kind of going back to the first thought about being excited about this new TD Artisans fold-out instant camera, the roads are so slippery, is there's already creative instant camera options for the Instax range, like the lomography cameras. I'm a big fan of the lomography automats mini cameras. I've got the glass and the normal one. Ribbons really swelling. Ooh, this rain is hairy. This is going to be exciting. And there's already some really great creative products out there. So for the Instax shooter to have a bigger range of shooting options. So I'm musing about those things as I try and distract myself from this storm. I've got my dry phone at the back, an umbrella. Anyway, crew, thanks for joining me on this stormy road. Remember, everything is an adventure when you have a camera in your hands.